Hello and welcome to this Migroto case review. My name is Damon Aryan, registered migration agent since 2013. In this case review, I'm going through the applicant's situation and see how realistic are his chances to receive an invitation to apply for one of GSM visa subclasses 189, 190 or 491 in this financial year. We have an offshore applicant's occupation is production and plant engineer. The points claim or to be claimed in the AOI is 70 points. English score is 10 points and marital status received 10 points. This case review is based on Migroto data, all collected from official government sources, and also some targeted FOI requests, all powered by the AI tools. And please make sure you read the disclaimer at the end of this video before making any decision based on this review. You're a production or plant engineer with 70 total points, made up of 10 English points and 10 points from partner single status, and you're currently outside Australia. For state-nominated visas that become 75 points for subclass 190 and 85 for subclass 491 once the nomination bonus is added. Across recent invitation rounds for your occupation, most successful candidates sat from about 85 up to well over 100 points, so your current scores are on the low side competitively. You currently have 70 points for subclass 189 as a production or plant engineer, and in 2025-26, there have been no recorded 189 invitation rounds for this occupation. In 2024-25, the lowest invited score for your occupation was 85, and in 2023-24 it was 90, so your 70 points are well below recent 189 invitation levels. Because you're offshore, these subclass 190 invitation summaries only include offshore candidates and exclude onshore records. In 2025-26, offshore subclass 190 invitations for your occupation came from Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland and South Australia, with lowest invited scores between 85 and 95, all above your current 75 after nomination. Earlier years occasionally went down to 85 for subclass 190, but in 2024-25 and 2025-26, most offshore invitations in this occupation have favored higher scores, especially in the larger states. Because you're offshore, these subclass 491 invitation summaries only include offshore candidates and exclude onshore records. In 2025-26, offshore subclass 491 rounds for your occupation in Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia and South Australia showed lowest invited scores between 100 and 110, well above your current 85 after nomination. In 2023-24 and 2024-25, subclass 491 cutoffs for this occupation ranged roughly from the mid-60s up to 105, but more recent offshore rounds have tightened to around 100 points or higher. Production or plant engineer is a Tier 3 occupation with about 4,600 workers, strong plus 28.3% annual growth, and high typical earnings around $2,614 per week. FOI data shows modest lodged applications, for 189 up to 32 a year, for 190 around 34-35 recently, then 13 in 2025-26, and for 491 between 5 and 24 a year. Using your assumption that only 7% of invitations become lodged applications, those FOI numbers suggest roughly 46 189 invitations, about 50 per year for 190, and around 10 to 34 per year for 491. At 70 points for 189, your EOI sits behind about 356 higher scoring records in this occupation, and you're around the 78th percentile of the queue. For subclass 190 at 75 points, you're in the top roughly 60–68% of the queue across states, with between about 53 and 184 higher scoring EOIs ahead of you. For subclass 491 at 85 points, you're roughly in the top 45–60% of the queue, with around 30 to 176 higher scoring EOIs ahead depending on the state. For subclass 189, your 70 points sit well below the 85–90 point level seen in recent rounds, and there's already a sizable queue above you. So I treat 189 as a long shot option unless your points increase significantly. Subclass 190 should be your main focus, but current offshore cutoffs of 85–95 mean your 75 points need boosting. For example, through higher English, extra skilled experience, or future onshore study or work that could improve your profile. Subclass 491 looks more like a backup path. Recent offshore invitations for your occupation started from 100 points, so you'd likely need a substantial points jump or very targeted state criteria before this becomes realistic. Your main lever is points. With 10 English points and 10 points from partner single status already, consider realistic ways to raise your score and keep monitoring invitation trends, adjusting your strategy if lower scores start being invited again.